D-Day. The free world countries were restless in 44. They were calling, open up that second front, liberate occupied Europe from the oppressed Nazis. When no one had knowledge, all understood the secret. All waited impatiently, both civilians and soldiers. At 4 a.m. before breakfast, the staff sergeant came and announced orders from the colonel. Report to S2 Air Intelligence Briefing Room now. We were used to this type of orders and responded in the usual hurry. The flight crew navigators rushed to obey. The MP at the door said, "Show identification." The first hint of a special mission. In we went to the big S2 briefing room. The S2 briefing room had a huge wall map of all Europe. Red stick pins indicated our many targets for the day. White strings traced our flight routes. All the pins and routes were to French Normandy Beach. The colonel's command was, "You will not leave this briefing room until flight time. You are here for an important mission today. Briefing is for D-Day, the invasion on French Normandy beaches. This is an absolute secret." On this wall map, note your targets. Here are maps and photos of the area. Study and learn target locations. Be sure you know how to find your target. You are helping the ground forces. We expect great resistance from the enemy. Be alert. They will put up a lot of fighters. Enemy flak gunners will all be firing. Be alert. Tell your crew about the invasion only after your takeoff. The gunners need to know, but secrecy is primary. Our squadron put its 15 B-17s a full flight effort. Our other two squadrons did the same. The 100th group maximum effort was 48 B-17s. The total 8th Army Air Corps flew about 3,000 bombers. We began to understand this was the big effort of World War II. All our targets were just ahead of the infantry and tanks off the Normandy beach. Great bombing precision was our mandate. At 12,000 feet we looked down, saw thousands of boats filling the ocean below. We had to open our bomb bays while over the water, and over the fleet and over the men. I was terrified of a goof in bombing. Our target was right ahead in full sight. No Luftwaffe resistance yet. Very few flak bursts around us. Well, where were the Germans? Our bombardier aimed carefully. His bomb sight kicked out the bomb load in a train of bombs 50 feet apart, direct on target. These bombs awakened the Nazi ground troops or eliminated them. I patted our bombardier on the back. Good hit. The 6 gunners on our B-17 never fired a shot. Our wings had no holes. The big resistance was zilch. We headed back to our home base in Thorpe Abbotts, England. Our squadron had accomplished our task. I gave the pilot a north compass heading. We began to see the squadron's landing strip. At home base, a good landing was normal. Now on home base, we finally get some breakfast. We walk silently into the mess hall. Our late breakfast is barely enjoyed. I look around the mess hall. All the flight crews are wondering if our bombing has helped the ground forces and how the infantry landings were doing. The staff sergeant appears. Get ready for the second mission today. D-Day afternoon. The Nazis had not quite understood this was the real D-Day invasion. Their big armies were not in place yet behind the invasion beaches. After lunch, our colonel ordered flight crews back into the big S2 briefing room. We must fly back to Normandy, knock out the railroads and truck highways. A few miles behind the invasion beaches, now is our chance to stop Nazi reinforcements. Briefing room was excited. Understanding this important mission, the big secret was out. We were all ready. We know how bombs help. As soon as navigators and bombardiers study maps and photos of the railroads and highway targets, the crews are trucked out to each B-17 flying fortress ready to go. Our squadron's 15 aircraft line up ready to take off. One plane accelerates down the runway. Every 2 minutes, another takes off. We fly around the radio beacon, getting into Squadron's V formation of lead with 2 wing planes. Here comes our squadron with help, supporting ground forces. Our mini-bombs act as their long-range artillery. I gave our pilot a southern heading, flying over the ocean. We see Normandy Beach ahead, looking down on many ships. We see action, fires, and explosions. Troops are still landing. Our bomb bays are opening now, flying over Normandy first couple of miles, above the landings of men and tanks. Bombardier sees railroad tracks target, flying straight and level, no evasive action, no opposition from air or ground firing. All 15 B-17 bombers drop bombs together in a train of bombs 50 feet apart, hit targets straight on, destroying a half-mile stretch of tracks, damaging the highway next to the tracks. The German army can't pass this area. Continue flying south for 5 minutes over Normandy farmland, then hard right turn west over Atlantic Ocean, no flak over water. Then a right turn north back to home base in Thorpe Abbotts, England, in time for a welcome GI dinner. All flyers know their task was accomplished, one step toward Allies recapturing France. We salute the German army and hope they have a good day running back to Germany. E. John Knapp, 2008.
Is that pretty hard for you to write?
Yes. I can't read it. It was hard. It took me 3 days to write it.
No, it took you over 60 years to write it.
I couldn't start it until 60 years went by. That's right.
Why?
Because it was war. And I was back home in peace, working on my profession. The war is one thing, home and peace was another. And I never mixed the two. But finally my daughters got after me and asked me to write down some things I experienced during the war, and this is one of the most exciting, the invasion. So I have started to write my stories. Up to now I've written 26 poems about the war effort, about the flying effort that I was on, and this is one of the best.
Well, we certainly hope that generations to come will always listen to this interview on Saturday, June 6, 2009, that they will always listen to this in peace.
Yes, in peace. We finally got it.